Last video of the series, we're looking at talent transfer and how it impacts an athlete's ability to develop their talent within the sport. Talent transfer (TT) is a recently formalized process used to identify and develop talented athletes by selecting individuals who have succeeded in one sport and transferring them to another. Collins, 2014. Talent transfer occurs often within sport as athletes use their transferable skills in order to try a new sport. For example, here you have Michael Jordan, who is one of the greatest basketball players of all time, who goes and plays baseball after retiring from the NBA for a short season, short 2 or 3 seasons. Again, so transferable sports, being able to run, actually, no, fine motor skills here play in the factor because being delicate to shoot the ball, being able to aim the bat, his precision is top notch. Athletes change sports for a number of reasons, varying from wanting to find success somewhere else within sport. Simply put, the goal of these TT programs is to recycle an athlete's talent by seeking out already mature and experienced talented performers to try a new sport and develop their skills to become equally or more successful in a new pursuit. Collins 2014. As well as athletes also do this to prevent or slow retirement within their sport. So you'll have some athletes who transfer from their sport like late after they've had their prime seasons to go and try another sport because they don't want to regress as much necessarily, or they want to try something before they regress and get to the end of their career. How an athlete's past experience of learning and performance influence the new sport and manner by which they adapt this novel situations would be beneficial. In short, an understanding factors that athletes perceive to aid talent transfer should surely enable positive refinement of the process. MacNamara, 2015. Athlete skills and how they're talented are interchangeable within similar skills. For example, rugby players and American football players. Both games based off running with the ball, kicking it, and tackling players. So you often have players who are able to not move freely or so, but move easier between tackling sports or sports that are a similar degree. So you may have a you may have a female netball player that is able to move the basketball, female basketball, or you may have actually you may have a female volleyball player who can move the basketball again because it involves the jumping aspect, but running it just loses some more core skills of the sport in which the athlete will learn to again further develop their skills. Example of a organization that uses talent transfer directly. The International Player Pathway Program is an organization made by the NFL to transition players to the NFL from other sports. Established in 2017, the IPP program aims to provide elite international athletes with the opportunities to compete at the NFL level, improve their skills, and ultimately work to earn a spot on an NFL roster. NFL 2024. Athletes come from various sporting backgrounds, including rugby, basketball, track, Gaelic football, and Australian football, among others. The range of background showcases how diverse sporting experience and capabilities can continue to enrich the fabric of the league. So you will have players from different walks of life walk into an NFL locker room now and be able to try the sport, mostly from rugby again, but you will again have players from Gaelic football, Australian football. Australian football more still has that aspect of tackling, running, and kicking again, as well as the basketball players. Some basketball players only they always a constant question asked on podcasts now. Which sport is not more say easier, but which athlete would be able to transfer over more easily at basketball going to American football, or American football going to basketball. You have American football players that can dunk the roof off on a basketball rim. In the IPP, you have a prime example of Jordan Malata, who is an Australian Football League player who made the transition to American football after struggling to succeed in Australian leagues. Again, because he put on some weight because of an injury. So then Yeah, he made the transition. He was invited by the NFL to try the international players program after they had seen some videos of him playing. He then attended a combine in which they were impressed, which some were impressed, but they still doubted him because, again, he didn't have the necessary skills, but he had a large frame at 6'8", as well as being big and be able to move his feet fast. That's how they evaluated him as somebody with a lot of the athletic aspects of it, but he still needed to be able to develop more talent wise. So he was then drafted in 2000. He was drafted 233 overall by the Eagles, and now he starts for his team and also played a pivotal role in getting them to the final. Also, a final example here you have is me, who I've gone from playing rugby. So I played at an international stage for a tournament in Bahamas. Then I left rugby to go play American football under 19. So I played men's rugby, and then I played since I saw my eligibility to play under 19s. I played U19 in Premiership in the UK. So again, transferable skills, tackling and tackling one with the ball and kicking.